Hello everyone, and you're welcome again to my channel. Today promises to be another exciting day, and I'm glad to have you watch this video. Now today we're going to be looking at the last video in our series on turnaround strategies to help you revive that ailing or dying business. Now this is going to be the last video in the series. If you haven't seen the other videos, please head back to my channel, watch the other videos so that you can be abreast with all what we've discussed in the other videos. Of course, if you followed us this far, you know that we actually divided this series into two parts. One is the policy strategies and the other one is the marketing and distribution strategies. Okay, so for those who have followed us this far, in the policy strategies, we started off by talking about the differentiated service delivery, and from there we talked about the budgeting and costing strategies. After that, we talked about risk management strategies, and then we ended up the policy strategies by talking about asset management strategies. So if you've not seen any of those videos, I want to encourage you to go back and look for them. And then we started the later series by talking about marketing and distribution strategies. We talked about expanding your total market demand and how you can go about doing that. We talked about lead generation strategies. We just pinched it a little bit. We didn't go too much into so much detail. And in this last video, we're going to be looking at two critical aspects of your marketing and distribution strategy. The first one will be to protect your market demand. How do you do that? And the other one is to increase your market share. How do you do that? Now, you need this information, of course, so that you can be able to scale up your marketing efforts and get outstanding results out of this. Now, don't worry, never to worry. A course is coming up very shortly where we're going to be going into all of these details in the detail, and details about that course will be published on this channel pretty soon. Okay, so now if you're with me this thus far and you've not subscribed to this channel, what else are you waiting for? Please subscribe to this channel so that you can keep receiving premium content like this. So we'll be heading right into the meat of the matter because we don't want this video to be too long, of course. So how do you protect your current market demand, and how do you also increase your market share? What is it all about? Okay, so protecting your current demand is a strategy that aims for you to maintain your current customer base. So it has a lot to do with your customer retention strategies. Okay, now for the purpose of this video, we may not be able to go into so much detail on customer retention strategies, and that is why I have a book that I've written already on this. I called it Winning Crazy Customers. In that book, you would find all you need to know about customer retention strategies. But of course, in this video, we're going to attempt to be able to give you a heads up and give you information you can work with right now. Even before you go get that book, you give you information you can start working with right now. Now, the first thing, we've talked about this when we talked about the differentiated service delivery. We're talking about it again because it is critically important for you if you're going to do well in that business, and that is to maintain consistent quality. Okay, there are no shortcuts to this. You have to maintain quality. Quality has to be top notch if your customers are going to remain. The one thing that keeps customers with a brand is a consistent high quality. Whether you're doing a service delivery or you're doing a product, you need to maintain consistency with the quality. Okay, and as long as you're able to maintain that consistency, you're able to keep your customers coming back for more. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up on something you can also use to manage this. We'll call it Six Sigma. Some call it Lean Six Sigma. So you can introduce what we call Six Sigma strategies into your business. These Six Sigma strategies would help you to be able to manage your quality improvements. Okay, it helps you to be able to identify gaps within your quality management system. It helps you to also identify what it is you ought to be doing that you're not doing, or what it is that you're doing wrongly, so that you can be able to adjust it. And then Six Sigma, something else it also does is that it helps you to eliminate waste. Okay, so elimination of waste, being able to meet up with the customer demands and satisfaction, and being able to hike up that product service delivery, also being able to meet up with regulatory requirements. Lean Six Sigma methodologies will help you to achieve all of that. So this is just a heads up on what you can do to improve the quality of your product or your service. Now, another thing you can do is to apply customer engagement and retention strategies. Okay, of course, like I said earlier before, um, Winning Crazy Customers, the book I have on Amazon, deals very much on customer retention strategies. So I'm not going to be able to talk too much on that. You need to go get that book so that you can get all your customer retention strategies right there. Customer retention strategies is a whole topic on its own. It's all there in the book Winning Crazy Customers. So you want to know how you're going to retain your customers, you want to know how you're going to engage them, you want to know how you're going to keep them coming back for more, you want to know all of those things, you head over to that book, download it on Amazon. It's quite cheap. You just download it and go through it. You will get all your customer engagement and retention strategies over there. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what I call pricing. What is your pricing strategy? Okay, so for those of us who are very conversant with the marketing mix, you know that pricing is absolutely important. Of course, I've talked about product just earlier, and here I'm talking about pricing. How are you going to manage your pricing? Okay, so if your customers are going to keep coming back, they have to you have to give them a price that would not allow them to leave. Okay, so what's your price in comparison with your competitors? Is your price higher? Is it lower? And you know, price and quality will definitely go together. So if you're offering, for instance, a highly priced product or service and the quality is not too good, then you know that your customer is not going to come back. Now, conversely, if you're offering a very high quality product or service and your price is competitively lower than your competitors, then you know that your customers have absolutely no reason to go get it from somewhere else. The third way is for you to just offer a price that is consistent with what every other person is offering, but you're able to keep your quality up top notch. That way you can still retain customers, but may have a little bit of a challenge getting new ones. But of course, you can still maintain your customer base. Now, if we're going to talk about increasing the customer, because we also said we're going to be talking about increasing market share in this video, the best way to increase market share now will be to drop your price below that of your competitor and then keep the quality pretty high. That way, your competitor will be chasing after you, will be having a hard time, keeping their own customers, because you'll be able to draw their customers out of them with a lower price offering. Of course, there are a lot of other things you can do within the mix. Winning Crazy Customers, like I keep saying, go get the book. It's all in there. Now, something else you can do is what we call you can introduce agile methodologies to deal with changing market situations. Okay, because in today's business world, you have to be agile. Okay, and being agile means that you're able to adapt quickly to changing market situations. Market situations could change for several reasons. There could be a new government policy in play that could change the way your business operates. For instance, we just have a new president being sworn in America, and a lot of executive orders have been signed, and some of these executive orders actually impact the way business is being done in America. So if your business is agile in nature, you should be able to adjust swiftly to most of these changes so that you can remain afloat in the market. Okay, now that's what we call agile methodologies. Now, it doesn't also just affect politics, it could be economic, it could be problems with exchange rates, could be problems with inflations. Of course, all of these affect the business. It could be customer preferences changing over time. Of course, that customer preferences can change. Customers change, their likes, their wants, things they want changes. It could be due to cultural diversities. It could be due to so many other reasons. It could be due to climate, could be due to geographical reasons, or probably maybe we're just looking at the demographics, okay? Demographics could change. You could begin to have more younger persons within your area of business. You could begin to have older persons. All of these things will require an agile methodology for you to be able to survive. So if you're going to be able to survive through all of these things, your business needs to be agile. And the fifth thing we're going to be talking about is what we call brand loyalty. How do you build loyalty? You want your customers loyal to your brand. Of course, this has also been taken care of in detail in that book, Winning Crazy Customers. So you need to go get that book. I keep saying it, okay? It's a jewel in your hand. So brand loyalty, how are you going to deal with brand loyalty? How are you going to get your customers coming back for more? And some of the things you can introduce, for instance, referral programs and discounts. And these are just one or two of them. Of course, in that book, we deal with all of these things extensively. We also have Q&A sessions in the book where you can be able to test run and see what works and what doesn't work. But by and large, you have to think broadly. You need to be able to identify things that will build loyalty to your brand. And that depends on the kind of customers that you have and the expectations out of your business. So we also said we're going to be looking at how to increase the market share. So we looked at how to keep your current demand, but keeping your current demand, you also need to increase the market share. Increasing the market share also means that you need to increase your total market demand. Don't forget, in the last video we did, we talked about increasing total market demand. Okay, and so what we've discussed in that video is conversantly what would also be applicable in this last part where I'm talking about increasing market share. Because if you're increasing your market demand, of course, you're also increasing your market share. So if you go help back to that video, pick a lot of the things that have been talked about in that video and try to apply them in your business, and of course you'll see your market share increase. But of course, before we wrap up this video, I just want to touch on one or two things again on how you can improve your market share. And one of them is to target new market segments. Target new market segments. Now, what are we talking about when we say you need to target new market segments? We're talking about expansion. Okay, we're talking about an expansion. How do you expand? Because now you want to increase your market share. Increasing your market share means that you need to enter places that you probably have not entered before. It also means that you need to hold on to the places that you have and hold on to them strongly. It also means that you have to consider new customer bases that you probably never had before. Of course, this kind of expansion could be geographical in nature. You're looking at new territories, new countries, new cities, new locations. You may be looking at going online. Probably you've been offline, and now you're looking at taking your business online to the online space to be able to grab the customers that you have online. Or probably you're looking at a new location. Maybe you're looking at entering a new city, a new country. Probably looking at being able to tap into new cultures. Okay, these are all of the things that you can consider when you're looking at geographical expansion. The other kind of expansion that you want to look at is what we call demographic expansion. Okay, so when you're looking at demographic expansion, probably your products have been consumed by mostly females. Okay, now you want to take advantage of the other sex. Probably you now want to have male patronage. Okay, possibly, maybe for instance, you're into health beauty products. Probably you'll be making creams, and your body creams have been mostly for females, and now you're looking at it that you want to start making products that men also can be able to take advantage of. These are things you look at when you talk of demographics. Maybe you're looking at the age the kind of customers you've been servicing are customers below 18 or teenage customers, and you're looking at how do we get the older generation. We've been having Gen Z. Maybe we want to have an older generation tap into our products. These are demographic expansions. You know, they come in different shapes and sizes depending on what you're looking at. So you know what you're offering, you know who your target customers are, you know who the customers that you currently have, and you know who you're targeting. So you have to do the demographic mathematics yourself to know exactly what's going to work for your business. We've talked about competitive pricing before. So we're not going to talk about competitive pricing again. We're going to talking about strengthening your brand presence. Of course, we talked about brand loyalty just few minutes ago, but we also want to tell you that you need to be able to increase your brand presence. Okay, and one of the best ways to be able to strengthen your brand presence is through effective branding. Of course, effective branding, you have to go out there, you've got to create a long-lasting impression of your brand in the minds of customers. Okay, you need to do lots of advertising, aggressive marketing campaigns. Those are things you need to do. You need to have logos that are easily identifiable and easily connectable. You need to have aesthetics for your business that people can easily identify. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can do. Of course, you can also use content marketing to be able to push your brand. Blogging, social media sites. Of course, the world has gone online, so you need those social media content. You need to keep turning out contents that your customers need. You need to keep turning out videos that your customers need. You need to keep engaging. You need to keep conversing. You need to keep educating. You need to keep informing. These are the things you need to keep doing as a brand. As a brand, you can't just sit docile and not engage with your customers. Now, that's the essence of what I'm trying to say. You need to be engaging, you need to be informative, you need to be educative, you need to be conversational, and then you need to be able to get these customers to be able to be conversational with your business. And next thing we're going to talk about is strategic partnerships. So another way you can increase your market share is to go into strategic partnerships. Now, how do these partnerships actually work? Okay, so now probably you're looking at going into a new geographical location, and you probably don't want to start tilling the soil afresh. Okay, you probably don't want to start from the scratch. You probably don't want to start figuring everything out yourself. The best way to do that is to go into a strategic partnership with a business that has already been on ground and probably has had some milestone there. We see this happen a lot when we talk about mergers. You see two businesses coming together to merge. They take advantage of their strengths in their different locations. Probably you see a business in one country merging with a business in another country, and then they join forces together, and then they begin to take territories. And then sometimes you see a business in one city merging with another city. So you see these strategic partnerships. Sometimes it may not even be a merger. It could just be a strategic alliance that allows both of you to tap into what you already have so that you can have the best of both sides. So strategic partnerships, co-branding, and joint ventures, these are things that can help you to expand your reach. These are things you can also and should be considering at this point. Another thing you need to look at is distribution channels. So strategic partnerships could allow you to take advantage of distribution channels. So probably you're looking at a partner who has been able to who will be able to give you easy access to distribution channels for your product or your service. Okay, probably in their own line of business, they've been able to create these channels that help for your logistics to be quite easy. So now you want to take advantage of their logistics. You want to take advantage of their partners and their platforms. You want to use that to scale up and to be able to scale your business into new markets. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to talk about as I'm wrapping up this video, remember I said I don't want the video to be too long, is what we call aggressive marketing campaigns. Now you can't of course, increase market share without thinking about your marketing campaigns. Of course, you need them. You need to be able to drive these marketing campaigns either both offline and online, depending on the kind of business you do and the kind of target audience you're looking to reach. Now, your marketing campaigns, if you're online, of course, you have to look at all the traditional online medias and the social media handles, Facebook, LinkedIn. You're looking at X now. You're looking at YouTube and every other channel out there that you can use to push your brand out there and to make your presence quite known. You can also consider the traditional media. In essence, wherever your customers or your target customers are, that's where your advertising campaign should be focused on. Okay, it could also be on print media. Depending on where they are, that's where you target your arsenal, you target all your efforts so that you can be able to bring them in and increase that market share. Of course, this, I said, this video is not going to be too long. I hope you've gotten one or two things out of this video that will be priceless and you're going to find useful for your business. Now, at this point, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do hit the subscribe button so that you can keep getting more engaging content like this. Once again, I want to sincerely thank you for watching this video to the end. Now, if you're looking to discover more strategies for your business, please head over to KDP Amazon and buy my book, Winning Crazy Customers. You'll be more than glad that you did. That book is filled with strategies that could help you build your customer base. Now, also, if you're looking to hire a virtual assistant who can help you with administrative or operational support, you can send me a personal mail at valentineokolo@hotmail.com. If you also need a business analyst to help you with business advisory services, also send me a mail at valentineokolo@hotmail.com. Now, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.